So we're going to talk about the 10 stages of genocide in relation to Palestine. So one of the most widely used frameworks is the 10 stages of genocide. It was created by Dr. Gregory Stanton. He's the founder of Genocide Watch. He first developed the model in 1987, and then he later expanded it to 10 stages. I think the original was 8 stages. And in my opinion, when you look at what's happened to Palestinians, especially in Gaza, you can see these stages very clearly. So step 1 is classification. This is when we start seeing people divided into groups. It's like that us versus them mentality. It creates clear separation between identities, and that's what essentially lays the foundation for exclusion. Step 2 is symbolization. This is when those groups are labeled or identified in ways that can start to set them apart. That can be through names, categories, systems that visibly or politically distinguish one group from another. Step 3 is discrimination. This is when power begins to be used to deny that group rights, protections, equal access, and that usually shows up in policy, laws, systems to treat that one group as less deserving. Step 4 is dehumanization. This is when a group is described as less than human. Animals, threats, problems. This stage is what makes it easier for people to justify harm against them, to treat them as less than anybody else. Step 5, organization. Genocide is not random. It is organized. It involves planning, coordination, the use of institutions, authority, resources to carry out said violence. Step 6 is polarization. This is when division is pushed even further. People who try to even challenge the narrative or speak out are often silenced, attacked, or even discredited for what they're saying. Step 7 is preparation. This is where we see steps taken to get ready for mass violence. This can include identifying people, separating them, putting them into conditions where harm can become easier. And step 8 is persecution. This is when the targeted group begins to be openly mistreated, displaced, deprived of basic needs like food, water, and shelter, or subjected to serious harm simply because of who they are. Step 9 is extermination. This is the stage of mass killing. Stanton uses the word extermination because to perpetrators, the victims are usually no longer seen as fully human. Unfortunately, that's where we're at. Step 10, denial. This is when the violence is minimized, justified, or outright denied. It can include blaming the victims, dismissing evidence, or even pretending that the harm is not even happening. And again, these stages are not separate. Sometimes they overlap, they build on each other, and once multiple stages are happening at the same time, we've already reached a situation that is extremely serious. So if you're one of those people who still is saying, this is not genocide, the fact that we are having the denial conversation of genocide means we've already reached step 10.